Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, hello. My name is Olivia and I make videos about anthropology every single Sunday. But today we're going to be talking about how to study anthropology without going to school for it. This is one of the most popular questions I get on this channel, and I am so excited to tell you all about how you can learn about anthropology without paying a bunch of money. Now, I do think that this is going to end up being a two-part video just because I have a lot of ideas. So I'm going to start with my favorite three in this video and then tell me if you want a part two because I think that could be a lot of fun. Now, my first tip of this video, and I'm so excited about this one, is to hop on over to Google Scholar, type in anthropology, and see what comes up. Now, I know this sounds so easy and kind of ridiculous, but I did this, I tested all of these out, and if you just type up anthropology into Google Scholar, you find full-on books, like PDFs of books written by anthropologists. There's ethnographies, there's free articles, there's basic introductions to what anthropology is, and on top of all that, this was the coolest one that I think I found, was there were full-on like class syllabi to college courses. So if you really don't know where to start, you can look up anthropology syllabi or syllabus on Google Scholar and literally follow a class plan that's already been made. Now, personally, I find that Google Scholar is a great place to start just because you can kind of see pretty immediately what you're drawn to as a student. If you're just scrolling right past all the articles about archaeology, but you see something that's like the evolution of personality and biological anthropology or something like that, and you're like, whoa, that's pretty interesting, you're already starting to get an idea about what areas of anthropology really grab your attention. Point is, it's a great place to start, and I think you might actually have a better time than you think. Now, my next tip is actually, I don't like to pick favorites, but like maybe this is my favorite, and you're already doing it, so congrats to you, nice work. My favorite and second tip on this list is to watch YouTube videos about anthropology, but I have a special sub tip in here that I'm very excited to talk about. So clearly you found my video, nice work, you're doing a great job. I have a bunch of anthropology videos on my channel, but I admit my anthropology videos tend to be biased towards my personal experience with anthropology and then defining random terms here and there. But let's say you want the nitty gritty. You want the full-on anthropology student experience. You want to learn a lot. What you can do is go into YouTube and type in anthropology lectures. I know, it's incredibly difficult. Type in anthropology lectures, and I'm not kidding you guys, playlists upon playlists of videos taught by anthropology professors at very well-known institutions pop up. Yale has a full playlist of anthropology lectures from one of their professors. Cambridge, also one of Cambridge's professors, they had a bunch of videos about anthropology. And then, this is kind of embarrassing to admit, but over quarantine, we all had a lot of time on our hands, okay? During quarantine, I was recommended to watch these videos from Stanford, where basically Stanford has this biological anthropologist who is so engaging to watch and has, again, a bunch of biological anthropology lectures on YouTube. And I literally watched these lectures. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, go ahead and Google anthropology lectures, and I guarantee you a bunch is going to come up. But of course, if you're interested in shorter definitions or a student experience or perspective, my YouTube channel is really good. There's also another one called Armchair Academics where they talk about a lot of anthropology concepts if you want to go check them out. But yeah, YouTube is a great place to start. It's free and you're already on the right track. Now, my final recommendation is one that I talk about often on this channel, and that is to read anthropology books. Guys. Anthropology books are so full of wonderful information, and I personally think that once you kind of figure out what parts of anthropology you like, anthropology books are going to be your favorite thing ever. I already did a video on books that I read for class that I really liked, like anthropology classes, and I will link that on the screen and down below. But I also want to share with you guys some books right now that you could start with to, I don't know, get you on the right track. I do think there are two books that have kind of entered popular culture and definitely don't only sit in anthropology. Those books are Sapiens, and I have one right here on me, Guns, Germs, and Steel. Those two books are amazing when it comes to getting your foot in the door with anthropology, more so to like lay a historical framework, if that makes sense. They're not actually written by anthropologists. Jared Diamond, at least, is an American geographer, I believe. And so it's not technically, like Sapiens and this are not technically anthropology books, but they're so good for, again, laying the framework for understanding like the history of humanity and how things have really changed in the last few thousand years. So great books. I also have a few more on me. I love when I have physical copies of stuff because I can just throw them around at the camera. But my favorite ethnography that I've ever read is Tuhami by Vincent Crapanzano, and this is a psychological anthropology piece. Oh, and also an ethnography is like usually written by an anthropologist who like writes about a culture or a person that they followed around for a long time. But I have a video about it if you want to check it out. But this is amazing. Tuhami, if you like psychological anthropology or cultural anthropology, go read it. Then I also have The Pastoral Clinic by Angela Garcia, also amazing. I've talked about it a million times on my channel, so I won't dive into it right now. But also look at trigger warnings before you read this. And then this one is, whoa, my books are falling everywhere. This one I've never actually talked about on my channel before, but it's one that my mom got me as a gift. So thank you, Mom. I know you're watching this video. And it's called How to Get Published in Anthropology. And I haven't read this all the way through, but I've read like different excerpts of it. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in, definitely check this out too. It's also good for visualization. I'm like, oh yes, goals, you know. Some other ones that I don't have physical copies of are Coming of Age in Samoa by the Queen herself, Margaret Mead. Then there's also Imagined Communities and Patterns of Culture. Guys, there's so many. But if you don't know where to start, just hop on over to Google or wherever you like to look things up and just Google popular anthropology books. And even better, if you know which branch of anthropology you like, look up like popular biological anthropology books or popular cultural anthropology books and read the synopsis, and then dude, just take the leap. I promise, I hope, I think, I guess I can't promise, but I'm thinking you'll have a good time. So yeah. Okay, those are all the tips that I had prepared for this week's video in regards to how to learn about anthropology without actually going to school and paying a ridiculous amount of money for that. So I hope these were helpful. Let me know if you want a part 2 because I definitely have a longer list of ideas. So I would be very happy to do a part 2 with you all. And let me know what you guys want to see in the coming weeks. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great weekend, a great week, and I will see you all next week. Maybe I said that already. I can't remember. Okay, bye you guys.